Hello and welcome to the video. This is a supercut of February. Most of the sales are, well, they're all from February. It's all but like the last few days. I didn't film all the video. The video is as it was filmed back in February. I haven't added to it except for the pictures. So the last few days is glossed over a little bit because I hadn't done it when I filmed it. At the time when I filmed it and took the pictures, that's that. Then there's a Carboot set of pickups, which I'll show you what they are, and then I've got some charity shop pickups as well. Hope you enjoy the video. You don't have to watch it all in one go. I'm going to cut it into chapters, so give it a thumbs up if you enjoy yourselves. A quick rundown of what I've sold up to now in February, and then I'll show you what I've got going out and I've sold this week. So here's a very quick rundown. Cheapest thing I've sold, Tamron hard case for lens. It was leather, £2.01. £6.21 delivered. Grow clock, keep telling you, buy these. £14.17 delivered. Another grow clock, £13.20 delivered. A smart media card, 8 megabyte smart media card, £12.99. I think the camera cost me £2. Blu-ray player, S3500 from Sony, £38.20 delivered. Another grow clock, £14 delivered. I've got another one actually. I think I bought one this week. Yeah, I have stuff. Purchases. BD84, region-free DVD, Blu-ray player, and yes, it plays anything, and streaming, £43.75 delivered. A Nokia MD8 portable speaker system with an amplifier built in for your phone, £17.15 delivered. That came in a box. I bought everything in the box for £5. I've actually sold loads of stuff from that. Olympus Trip MD35, £21.19. Another Sony DVP SR160, this one, multi-regionalised to make it valuable. I think I bought this for maybe £2. Sold it for £24.20 delivered. That's £20 plus postage. Bush BU, well, it's just some number. Twin tuner, 320GB digital TV recorder with a remote, power supply, box, that's it really. £44.15. BT Essential Digital Home Phone, £14.15 delivered. The last Wii I've sold, last Wii bundle, and it had one controller, no games, power supply, all the usual wires, £26 plus postage. This is why, if you have a quick scan behind me, they're still there. Sometimes you're just a bit disillusioned about things like that. I will get round to listing them. They will go dirt cheap. £32.95 delivered. This one, £14.20, which is nearly half as much, and it took 10 seconds to test. I opened it in the charity shop, it started playing. It was a musical jewellery box. Started playing, closed it again, checked the bottom, it was all fine, it was wound up. I literally plonked it on my desk, took the photographs, listed it, sold the next day I think. £14.20 delivered. £10 plus postage. Motion Sports. This is one of those games I've reduced and reduced and reduced and reduced to the point where I'm just giving it away. Xbox 360 Motion Sports Connect game. £1 plus postage, £3.50. I make about 30 pence. We've gone over that, haven't we? Vintage Philips Infrafill. This is one of the lights. I think I showed you this in the last but one video. £12.99. Cost me a couple of quid. £17.19 delivered. Another Xbox 360 game. Another one of these motion video ones. WWE SmackDown vs Raw. £5.49 delivered. A bit better. Grow Egg. I keep telling you. Grow Egg stuff. Grow Lamp stuff. Grow Clock stuff. Yeah, just anything. People love it. £11.19 delivered. That cost me £1.75 in a charity shop, I believe. PS2 game, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And the R means refurbished. It also didn't have a map. Still got £6.49 delivered. Panasonic DMR HWT130 500GB Freeview recorder. Yeah, nice that. It had a replacement remote. This is the one I said to you I wanted it with the two remotes on top and he wouldn't do it. So actually it cost me £2. I bought the remote for £8.99, so it stood me £10.99. I thought I'd get £40 including the £10, £9 I'd pay for the remote. I actually got £55 plus postage, £61.95. I was really pleased with the price on that. It was right at the top end of the range of them, but it was nice and clean and I took some really nice photos. But it shouldn't really matter, it does the same thing. If the top had been scratched and they put it underneath the TV, they'd never see the top again, you know. That's how it goes, isn't it? Official PS3 demo disc. This was the last in the listing, but I recently bought a recliner armchair in a charity shop that I was buying things in. Moved my sofa so that I could have my recliner where I normally sit, and yeah, there was 2 more of these underneath it, so I sold one for £2.95. It's just a disc in a slip, so it went for 75p delivery. Again, this is a holdover from the Q4 stock that I'd been trying to sell. £2.68 for 2 Ellison design thick cut press cutting
dies. They go into a sizzle or, what do they call those other ones? Fix Cuttlebug, it says in the title, for a sizzle cut or a Cuttlebug cutter. Yeah, I had loads of these from earlier in the year. 20 pence a piece I bought them for. I sold them for both £2.68 plus postage. £7.68 for the two. Not really very good. But they'd paid twice for the postage. So a £5 postage, and it only cost me £3, so I made an extra £2 there. Olympus stylus, 790 SW, digital camera with a charger and a battery. It didn't come to me with the charger, but because I bought a load of other stuff, I had a charger that fitted the battery that was with it. This is one of the cameras I bought specifically so that I could take the memory cards out and sell. So the camera comes to me for free, but I got £39. With the charger, that came in another camera bundle, but again, I bought that bundle for the cards and made a profit after selling the cards. So actually, neither of these parts owe me anything, but I still got £39 plus postage, £43.20. Jurassic Park T-Rex mug. Bought this in a charity shop. I think it cost £1.25. Sold it for £7.99, £12.19 delivered. Genuine Casio NP60 battery. Came out of a camera. £7.19 delivered. Another camera, £16.20 delivered. Kodak EasyShare, not something I'd normally buy, but it was in really nice condition. It was working when I tested it at a Carboot, so I bought it. £12 plus postage, £16.20. PS2, this is the one I showed you a fortnight ago on the video about charging my drill. This is the one that cost me £15 with 6 games. Well, I took one of the games out, added 10 in, so I sold a lot after that. So it stands me at 20 quid if you count the games at 50 pence each, which is roughly what they were costing me in that big bundle, and they all came out of that bundle. Nothing spectacular, all pretty reasonable games. A couple of GTAs, some driving games, no football. That I put in the title, no soccer, because you normally see when people send 15 games out, 3 of them are FIFA 05 or 6 or 7. Nobody's going to play them. They're not even going to open the cases. They're going to go, oh, well, there's actually only 12 games there, because we don't count FIFAs. I don't count most football games. LMA Manager, now that's a different matter. Next was a plastic TIE fighter, but it wasn't any old TIE fighter. It was the Kylo Ren TIE Silencer fighter. And yeah, I got this in the charity shop. I think it was something like £2.45. Anyway, I got £19.95 and postage. £24.15. All it took was half a dozen photos. I probably used 20 photos actually. I can't help myself. Taking 6 or going click, 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 click. If you've got a decent camera, you've got the time, why not? This was nice. I found this in a charity shop as well. This was £1.25. I think all the games I bought that day were £1.25. Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. It's the one with the fighters from Dead or Alive. All the girls from Dead or Alive. Fighting games. In bikinis. Playing beach volleyball for the Xbox. It's quite a sought after game because it's not a high volume release. And in fact, there have been 3 sequels since for the Xbox, the PS4, PS3. It's been a popular series, the volleyball one, because of the bikinis. Basically £11.95 plus postage, £14.45. Yeah, you'll see pictures there. I'll run through a couple of pictures for you there. Camera £3.49 plus postage, £7.69. It's a point and shoot plastic piece of plastic crap that somebody insisted I took away with them when I bought something else. I bought a camera early last year for about £3. It was a digital camera, and he said, what about all the other cameras? And I'm like, well, this is the only one I want. And he's like, just take them. I don't want them. Take them. So I just took the whole lot. This is one of them. It was in its sealed clamshell plastic case. Brand new, £3.49. So you know very well how much it was really worth. Grow Bag Egg Power Supply. Grow Egg Power Supply. The last Grow Egg but one, not the one in the box I sold earlier. The one, a month ago, she actually came round to collect it because she was desperate for it. She said on the messages, can I come and collect it rather than pay for the postage? I said, yeah, when did you want to pick it up? Right now. I'll pay for it immediately and I'll come and collect it. And I'm like, yeah, fine. And she did. And she got it and she said, oh, that's great. Thanks very much. You're a lifesaver. And I said, oh, right. She says, my son won't go to bed without them. I'm like, okay. I only want the power supply. I mean, she bought the whole thing. She took the whole thing. But she only wanted the power supply that had gone wrong. Anyway, I had a power supply that didn't have a Grow Egg with it. So I listed that and it sold immediately. £6 posted. So, you know, fair enough. So next was a Swan Ceramic Teasmade teapot. I had a couple and it's part of the clearance and they were both returns and I didn't really want to be bothered testing them anymore and putting the timer on. They'd both come back as timer not working properly. So I thought, I won't bother. I'll just sell them as they are. And it turns out they've gone up in value a great deal since the last time I tried to sell a T.T.E.E. The T.T.E.E. themselves have gone up in value, but the teapots, which were both really good condition. Both T.T.E.E. had the teapots in really nice, clean condition. Both T.T.E.E. had a tray on the top, and both T.T.E.E. had the lid for the plastic kettle part, water boiler. All in good nick, so I thought I'll sell them all for parts. Anyway, this is the first one that sold. £20 plus postage, £24.20. That was on an offer, and then as soon as that one sold, I listed the second one. I had two. I shouldn't have bloody taken the offer. I should have just accepted the fact that somebody will pay full price for it. But I want to know that. Anyway, I got £24.20. The most that anybody had got was £24.95. Shadow Man PC CD-ROM, another one that has been in my stock for years and hadn't listed. I'd found it, I'd listed it. It sold within a few days, I believe. And I originally had it up at £29.95, took an offer, £23.99. That's okay. So £27.49, actually I think it was an offer I sent, because it's a round figure. And they've accepted it and paid, which was great. Yeah, £27.49. Old big box PC game with a... it did have a CD-ROM in it. It wasn't floppies or anything, but it was in the same type of box that you'd get the floppies in. Bit of bubble wrap as well. Another smart media card. The other one that was in the other camera that I bought and showed you on the drill charging video. $15.94 for a 16 megabyte smart media card. Not bad. The second T.T.E.E. teapot. Here we go. £24.95 plus postage, £29.15 for the little ceramic teapot. Nice. Wrapped it up, sent it out, no problem. Here's the camera that I bought during that video for a fiver. The Panasonic Lumix DMC FZ150. Same size and shape as the one I'm taking this video on. However, it doesn't say G on it, which means it's more, you know, a better camera really. Everything about this one is better, you know. It's got a better lens, it's got interchangeable lenses, the screen's the same on the side, the flash is the same. It's a better casing though, you know, metal casing as opposed to that one's all plastic, and a bit larger and a bit heavier. Same shape and everything. Anyway, I had it up for £89.99. I said to you I'd probably put it up for 90 to 100 quid. But I wanted to compete, so it had a new charger I got from China. It was only about £6.99 in the end. I said it was going to be £8.99, £9.99. It was about 7 quid. I was very pleased with that. So £12 investment, £80, £79.95 plus postage, £86.90, and I sent it Royal Mail, tracked 48. If you don't know, the tracked 48 that's available on eBay costs 30p more, but you're insured for 150 quid instead of 20p. Sorry, £20. You're insured for £150 with tracked 48, or tracked 24 for that matter, instead of £20. So that 30p for another £130 worth of insurance and full tracking is well worth it. For things over 30 quid. I wouldn't send it for things under 30 quid where you're not making a good profit. But that one, £79.95 plus postage, £86.90. Yeah, I charged the £6.95 anyway because it was going, and then it only cost me £3.29 postage. Brilliant. Another part for a Swan T.T.E.E., a tray. The tray on the top. The plastic tray, £4.95 plus postage, £9.15. And the last thing that's already gone out from this month, but I will tell you about the other stuff. Sony AC LS1A power supply. This is for the old Sony cameras, digitals, DMC P5, P7, P9, P3, P2, P71, P30. The list is endless. I mean, it really is. This is the adapter that for all those old Sony DSC digital cameras. And yeah, £9.99 plus postage, £14.19. That it will have come with a digital camera which doesn't work. It's probably in there. I still have a pile of boxed cameras that I bought that came with cards. 2 or 3 of the cameras I sold in the last month are from that pile of boxed cameras, or came when I bought them on eBay. So there we go. Up to now, sent out this month £8.78 plus 37 pence. £8.78 and 37 pence. And then there's some for this week as well. There's actually some that are bought last week and haven't been paid. I'm not discussing them until they're paid, because they're not really a sale until they've gone. There's a couple waiting. Right, so what's gone on order and is going out today? Quite a decent chunk. Don't forget, Mondays has gone. This is Tuesday. So the first thing is another Swan Teasmade part. This is the water tank kettle lid. It is literally a plastic lid with a seal. £6.99 delivered. So not very much, but it's very light. That'll just go in a bag for £6.99. But it will be £3 postage. Such is life. After fees, what can I make? £2, but it's, let's face it, it's just free money, that. Vintage Monopoly. Not the long box version, but it's still vintage these days. This is the Tonka version, I believe. Yeah, 1996 Tonka. The Tonka Corporation bought the rights to Monopoly from Waddington's, and it still says Waddington's on it. And then they sold it to Hasbro, of course. Everybody knows that it's Hasbro these days. £13.79 plus postage, £17.99. I'm happy with that. I think that was a couple of quid. The only thing with those is they take quite a lot of time to lay out, and of course if there's one part missing, it can be expensive to replace them, or you can sell it incomplete, but you can't get as much. Next, Sony ACD P12EO2, 19.5 volt, 6.2 amp power adapter. This is for an LCD TV. Yeah. I also put in the Sky figure 8 plug lead. It just says Sky on it. It's the same plug lead. It plugs in the back. Anyway, that's going to UR on the international. Let's see where it's actually going. So I've got some money. This is their first sale. Their first purchase. They've come to me to buy it internationally. There we go. So I got £26.95 for that one. Couple of quid a couple of weeks ago, I believe. Plus postage, £31.15. And it's going to Ireland. A couple of other things. A bubble wrapped duck. There's a picture. There you go. I'll stand there and show you the picture there. Destiny Eris Morn Tubbs cosplaying ducks figure from 2019 for £3 plus postage. Another one of these Q4. Yeah, £3 plus postage. I expected it to sell for more money than it did. Before Christmas it was a Q4 listing. I had to wait till Q4 to get this on. I wasn't going to spend my time listing this until then, until I was expecting to get double what I got. But I got £3 plus postage, £7.20. Not too bad. I've actually got a couple of offers currently. Somebody offered me £20 on a camera that's up at £26.95. I've come back and said, sorry, I've already sent offers out on 24 which are being considered, but I would accept 22. But that's the best I can do. That is the best offer I can make on a £27 camera. I'm not going to knock £7 off the first week unless they'd already paid for it, and they haven't. So they haven't accepted my offer yet, but they might do. Anyway, I did actually accept somebody else's offer on this Lego cube box thing. It's actually an 8 stud Lego box. There you go. And if you you pull it out, it's very nice and clean because I cleaned it. It was absolutely cake when I bought it. Bought this at auction and I paid £80, but I bought 4 of them, and there was 4 of these and a cardboard box full of Lego, and they were all full of Lego. Some of them had really nice stuff in. Some of most of it was all vintage mixed up, no sets. It was just, you know, mixed up stuff. But some of it, I selected out some really nice single pieces and sold them. This is about 5 or 6 years ago, and this has been on the side with stuff in it for a while. But again, it's one of the things I've pulled off the shelves and said it's definitely time to clean it up and post it and send it. Anyway, I got £18.05 was an offer. I had it out at £24.95 and sent offers at £22. Somebody's come back and sent me an offer of £18.05 plus postage, which adds up to exactly £25. It is over 2 kilos, so it's going to be about a £5 or £6 to post, I think, £6. Obviously it's larger than your average small parcel as well. Anyway, that's going out today. So today's total is £112.29 on top, and then there's 3 more days to go yet for February. So February, this month, all sales, let's have a look, 46 orders, £1,126.55, but 3 days left yet, so that's not too bad. That's including most of today because it's only 10 o'clock. I'll get this lot wrapped, and, well, actually, no, I won't. I've got until like 4:30 today, so no big deal. I'll tell you exactly what I bought without any delay, not even 1 second. But for old time's sake, I'm going to put a SpongeBob transition in right now.
10 seconds later.
So, yes, I did get to the car boot. First time in 3 weeks because of the rain. Well, first time since the last time I did a video, which was while my charger's charging, while my drill driver charges. That's what it's called, the video. What I bought, it's all in my book. Sunday, I did go to both car boots. It was crisp, is all I can say. I got up about 6:30, and unfortunately, not just crisp, icy. I had to de-ice the car, which took a bit of time. So, got to Carboot, loads busier than the last few weeks. Well, the last few times I've been, probably because it had been raining the last few times that people would have been out. And I spoke to a couple of stallholders who said, well, last week it was raining, so although I'd packed the car, I just turned over in bed and stayed in bed. Fair enough. So, first thing I bought was this. And no, it's not a skybox. But it's the same type of thing. They just put it in the wrong box. It is a BT home hub with a power supply and a BT vision box. Now these are pretty much defunct. I might be able to get it to work, I don't know. But I didn't buy it for that. I bought it for this. He wanted £4, I think I paid £3. Yeah, £3. So there's your your box, and there's the remote, which I have actually tested and it works fine. The back is loose though. There's a connector there that's snapped off. Can you see that? It hasn't got the connector that holds it in, so it would need to be taped up. These are going for really, really good money just for the remote. I didn't notice the clip had broken, and the clip, you can hear it, can't you? It is in there. It is in there. That probably would sell on its own, But then there's this as well, a BT Home Hub 4. The power supply sells for £9 to £10. And if you remember, I had a load of these last year, and I told you about a bit of a tweak you can do to these. Watch closely. You can pull the feet off. Now, why would you pull the feet off? Well, there's two reasons, I suppose. You could hang it on the wall. There aren't any hangers on the bottom of these. But the feet, right, these sell for about £5 with a charger and feet. I kid you not, £5, maybe £6 delivered. These sell on their own, and look how thin they are. So you know what I'm going to say. They sell as a large letter. These sell on their own. I've sold these all last year. Currently, here we go, Home Foot. Yeah, there's a few people selling them now. More than there were before. At least 3 people. Nobody else has caught on to it yet. I sold maybe 12 of them last year. £5, £6.95. Yeah, the last one went for £5, but there's a guy who's sold some here for £4.25 plus £2.99 postage. Well, I'm happy to charge £2.50 postage. But yeah, £6 odd delivered per foot. I've got 2 there, and there's a third one that I'd looked out. There we go. From when I was selling the last lot, and obviously sold odd number. So I've got 3 of them. So they'll be going on eBay for £4.25 plus postage. I kid you not. 75p less than the whole hub with the power supply. Okay, that's a bit of a hack. If you see any of those hubs and you know that they're not worth anything, there you go. So that was the first thing I bought. I've really gone on to that, waffled on about that too long. Next was a camera, a Fujifilm Zoom Date. That's what it says. There we go. Fujifilm Zoom Date in a really mildewed bag. So I think we'll be throwing that away. It's just a point and shoot 35mm camera. It will need a new battery. I've looked at the batteries. There you go. It's got a really nice clip for holding the film in. Undo the film, slide it round, and then slide it out. Ah, yes you do. And then you pull the film out. And that's your testing film forever and a day now, because obviously it's been exposed to light. But yeah, it's really clean. There you go. It's clean on the outside, no scratches. It's been in that case. It may be mildewed, but it's kept it from being scratched. And the other end's got a little battery in. CR123A. I'll go and check. I've got loads of batteries. I'm sure I've got one that size. Here we are. Here's one of the drawers out of my stuff. Batteries. I haven't bought these batteries. They all came with other things. That way up. Might not. Oh, I was going to say it might not work, but it's come up. There you go. It is actually showing the LCD working, but it's got not enough power to turn it up. So we'll start the next one. There's another one. We should have one that works, I'm sure. Right, this one's turned on. Again, pressing the red button on the back. Nothing. Maybe you've got to put the film in. Anyway, seems to be working. I'll go with the film later. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's really clean. Okay, next was 3 times remote controls. There's 1. There's 2. Those are both audio remotes. And this is a DVD video combo remote from Sony. Now I've tried them out and none of them are working, but I'm going to have a figure out with these. It could be that they're just dirty and old, and that's fine if they are. It could be that the stuff's leaked into them and they're beyond repair. But if they're not beyond repair, these are all £8, £9 and £10. I fished through somebody's box of remotes because they were £1 each, which is more than I wanted to pay, but I accepted it. And I also bought this mouse off him for 50p because it doesn't have the base. But this is the mouse I use. This is the same number, the M185 Logitech mouse. It's got really nice little buttons on it, and there's a wheel that goes sideways as well as up and down, and a button in the middle. I'll keep this. I'll test it first. Use the bottom of my own. If it's working, I'll keep it in case my other one, if it goes wrong, because then I don't have to spend £5, £6, £7. It cost me 50p. So that wasn't bad. After that, I got a wee sensor bar off a lady. She only had the sensor bar, nothing else we related, and she said, "Oh, how about 50p?" And I'm like, okay. It's worth it if it's one of the things that keeps me from listing a bundle, you know, because I'm actually limited by things like AV cables and sensor bars only. Then I got another camera, Fuji FinePix A800. It's all in there. A booklet, memory cards. Unfortunately, the memory cards are SD, not XD. It takes both. This is the changeover date. When it got to sort of 8 to 10 megapixels. It also has two cases that it fits in. There's a leather one there, sort of. It could be faux leather actually. And then there's a nylon one that's in. It's a nice camera, really nice. As you can see, runs on AA's, so I shouldn't have any problem with it. I've had it running, took some nice photos. It's really clean, hardly scratch on it. Should sell for really good money. And that cost £3. Pleased with that. Next there was a grow clock. I told you there was another one. There you go. I've plugged it in, it works fine. £8. Sorry, £2. £2. I'll probably sell it for more than £8. 14 games. I got to the table and I'm looking at these games and I said to the lady, "How much are they?" And she says, £3 each or 2 for a £5. And I'm like, really? You know the PS2 games, don't you? I mean, don't get me wrong, some of the games are PS2 games that I sell are more than that, but some of the time I'm selling them for £2.99 delivered. You know that. And a lot of the time it's just not worth selling me in the case anymore because the cases cost a lot of money to send. So she said, "Oh, so how much did you think of it?" And I said, "Well, normally I buy everything on the table and I pay 50p each." And she says, "Oh, how many are there?" So I counted them out. There's 5, 10, 15 games. But one of them's a PC game. There was actually about 17. I said, "Oh, I don't really want the PC games." And she said, "Oh, well," I said, "I'll take those two out. Would you do £7? And she's like, "Yeah, alright." I think I paid 7. Yeah, 7 it was. But when I got home, I realised there was a PS4 Grand Theft Auto 5, which will cover me £7 on its own, that, which is nice. I've only ever played it on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. So I could have a play on that. I don't know. If I do play it though, I'll end up keeping it. And I've played it so often I really shouldn't keep it. So yeah, I'll probably sell that. And then there was 2 of them were PlayStation 1 games. They're not spectacular games, but I should get some decent money for them. A few quid each. Premier Manager 99 endorsed by Kevin Keegan. Lovely case. And Player Manager 2001 endorsed by this guy, Alex Ferguson. And again, lovely case. Some scratching on the surface, but no cracking, which is ideal. This is what you want on a PS2 game. PS1 game, rather. Then there was the other PC game that I got was Championship Manager. I kept this one in for a reason. All the Championship managers and the LMA managers, they have a following and people collect the whole range and play the different teams. This is the PC version and goes quite good money. And the rest of PlayStation 2, I believe. Legends of Wrestling 2. Tiger Woods 2004, not worth anything. Snooker 2002, not worth anything. Another LMA Manager 2004. Now I've got a selection. I think I'll do a bundle of LMA managers for the PS2. That one. And then I'll include this one, Championship Manager 5. Yeah, football management, it's a big thing still online. Mad, innit? FIFA 06, got that for the box really. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This is the one I had in my front room. The one that I bought with this lot is now in my collection. Sorry, it had a pristine map poster, and the disc was like it had never been played. So this one, with a refurbished disc and no map, is what I'm going to sell. That's been in my rack next to the TV. Grand Theft Auto 3, they always sell. Maybe not for as much money. Sims and Sims Busting Out. There's a little bundle. Semi-permanent bundle. I'll probably put that on that other site. A lot of these are going on that site there. Probably has bundles. Athens 2004, part of a bundle. Not worth anything on its own. But as part of a bundle, some of these will sell. Then I'll do Hull. I got to Hull. It was quite late. It was after 8. No, I think I left North Cave about 8:30. So it's probably after 9. Which is late for a car boot sale, really. But it was very, very busy. Obviously, the rain had put people off the last couple of weeks. So there was a lot of householders out. Let me close that door. It suddenly got brighter, I know. But it's very windy and cold. That's why I've got my hat on. Just a minute. I need a proper catch for that door. Every winter, I'm working here and suddenly the door blows open. Okay, so the first thing I bought was a phone set. Twin phone set. BT. It's all working, but the batteries are dead. It's charging and they keep the charge for about 3 or 4 minutes, but I brought this from the front room. It was all charged up and working. It is now dead-o. So the batteries aren't charging. I'll get some new fresh batteries for it. I can get batteries rechargeable. I've got loads of them actually, but if I needed to, I can buy 8 for £2 rechargeable off the guy who does the Amazon returns. He always has rechargeable batteries. So if it costs me a couple of quid, that will come to 5, but at the moment it stands me at £3. I've got loads of rechargeable batteries. And hopefully that'll go for between 20 and 30. 2 PlayStation games, Juiced and Juiced 2. Juiced and Juiced 2. Paid £3 for the 2 of them. Not a lot. They should sell for a tenner between the 2 of them, plus postage. Fingers crossed. I had to find the discs. All the discs were in the wrong cases, but they're all in their cases now with the right manual. They had all sorts, Castle Grayskull, various other games that would have been really nice if I could have found the discs, but I couldn't. Anyway, they were £3 for the 2. I got a grow light. It's like a night light that fits into your normal hanging light or lamp, you know, sort of side lamp, and becomes a night light. When you click it once to become a night light, click it twice, it becomes a normal daylight, normal bulb, and it's passed through. Clever. Not expensive, £10 delivered, £2 to me. I got a couple of posters and I paid a lot for these. I paid £1 each. One of them is Banksy, girl with a balloon, and Tokyo Ghoul, which is a Japanese anime cartoon, basically. There you go. However, I don't want them for that. I want them because they're vinyl, not paper. And they have a nice white, clean white surface to photograph on. £1 each. Basically, I'm down with these as equipment. They'll unwrap, hold down with some sort of weight. I might wrap them the other way until they straighten up. And they're going to be down for photographing on. I want actually one of those grey backdrops. I used one of my, you know, those big poster things where they come out of the aluminium stand as a backdrop recently, and it's grey and it's shiny. I'd like a matte version of the same thing, you know, nice width, 80 centimetres wide, grey vinyl, because a lot of people are using grey now as a colour. Next there was a Sony DVP SR 760H. There we go. It doesn't have a remote. These are upscaling. Plays HDMI. Only has an HDMI output there. No SCART. because it's upscaling. Unfortunately, I don't have a remote, but it only cost £1, so, you know, probably be worth buying a remote. I've got a battery powered dinosaur for 50p. And he's got a LED eyes. Makes a lot of noise. It makes noise when you press his chin. But I think his remote controller, I don't have a remote controller. It's a pain. Yeah, I thought these little motors under here would run and he would actually move his legs, but they don't, unless you've got the remote control. Never mind. Same stall. I got 2 DVDs for £1. Death Note, Volume 1 and 2. Volume 1, Volume 2. Anyway, that was £1 for the 3 items. 2 DVDs and the dinosaur. Next, I bought some equipment off the Amazon Returns guy. I know it sounds a bit daft, but his values are so good. A lot of the stuff I've bought off him in the past were like £3. £3 for an Amazon return. Electronics. Well, this time it was all £2. So what did I get? I got one that looks second hand, but I'm not too concerned. It's high-speed HDMI cable. And from the look of it, there's at least 15 meters there, and it's the strong stuff. So that's like, it's not across the room, it's round the back of everything in the room without worrying about the size of the room. Get a lot of distance. At the ends, I checked, are very strong, solid, not damaged at all. So that was £2. And then I got another HDMI cable, if I can find it, which is new, and it's an Amazon return, and it's got the new end cables on it. 10 meter. It says it's a 4K HDMI cable. It's not anywhere near as strong as the other one, but you know, not bad really considering the money. £2. That's 10 meter. There's a USB extension cable, £2. USB 3. And that's 5 meter. And I got a Toslink optical extension for things like extending from a DVD player with an optical output to your soundbar underneath the screen. Well, this is, if you mount it on a wall, sometimes the curve is too much for the end. This has got a right angle on the end of it, so it's for tight in against the wall. That's 4, and I also got, where is it? I got a bag. It seems to have disappeared. The other one is a bag with 4 USB adapters, 2.1, 5 volt, 2.1 amps. Just plug-in adapters with like, 4 separate ones. Not bad. For £2 again. £10 for the whole lot. And then the last thing I got at Hull was this. It's an Asus power supply for 19 volt, 6.32 amps. It's a common Asus adapter. The plug looks a bit worse for wear, but I'll give it a good clean. And I did change it for a new plug because this has got the cloverleaf socket. It's like a figure 8, but it's got a third rounded one on top. Can you see that? You might see better if you look at that. Figure 8 with an earth on top. It's an earth figure 8 effectively, but it's got it's a bigger pin for the earth for some strange reason. Anyway, this cable, have you seen the size of it? It's only about, it's meant to be 1.5 meters, but I think it's more like 1.25 meters. That I paid $3.99 for. And it goes in the back of the LG TV that I got for £1 on the one where you saw the video of me wearing my GoPro around Hull Carboot. I'll link to it at the end of the video on the link, you know, the little link button. Anyway, this cost me £4 delivered on eBay. but this one had a 3-metre one with it, so I've swapped it out. So I've got a 3-metre cable for my LG TV now, and this one, it's still the right size cable for this. I've tested it, I've run it through with my voltmeter, and it's running at 19.5 volts and 6.32 amps. Nice. Actually, it's 19 volts and it's running at 19.2, so you know, not a problem. And 6 amps, 6.3 amps. So that was £2, and I should think 15, maybe 20. So that's not too bad. Right, so that was all the Carboot. You might say, oh, it's the end of the video. No, there's more. The reason it's Tuesday today, not Monday, is because I had things to do on Monday that was like sort of family stuff. So I went to a few charity shops on the way home. So this is what I bought. First charity shop I stopped in was an Age UK, and they had some DVDs and some board games and some things, the usual, you know, but they also had some computer games, which is very unusual for them. So I bought some for maybe 4 or 5 times what I pay at a Carboot, but they were ones that I could select from their pile. They had about 30. Anyway, I got these. Xbox 360 and one's an Xbox. A lot of these are going to go in my collection. Now when I keep saying about my collection, it's stock. It's eBay stock at high, well, it's stuff that I haven't listed yet, or I've got stuff for to play and then list. Condemned, I've got Condemned 2, and now I've got a little bundle, Condemned and Condemned 2. Well, I'll play that. I haven't played all the way through Condemned 2 yet. So, Condemned, I'll put prices up, but I'll do, if it's a bundle, I'll do a bundle. So, Condemned, prices, they may well go on this site, but I'll do the eBay prices so you can compare. Condemned, I'll probably sell that in a bundle with Condemned 2, here's the prices. Halo Anniversary for the Xbox 360, $1.99. That first one was $1.99. $1.99. Here's the price. Bayonetta. I've had this for the PS3, but not the Xbox 360. $1.99 again. Price up there. Fear 2. It's in a DVD case, but that's okay. I can swap it out. That was $1.99. Price up there. I've got Fear 1. So another little bundle, and LA Rush for the Xbox original, $1.49 this. Again, just like all the others, really good nick. Manual, discs in good nick. This is why I went and bought these at higher prices. They don't need anything doing to them. I don't need to test them. They're all good, real good. So they'll go on probably on that site. Next was an audiobook by Richard Osman. Not really keen. 49p. Should sell for nearly a tenner. I wouldn't have bought it. It's one of those things that, but it was the only thing in the shop that I could decide on. And once I picked it up and I was going to go around and see what other things there wasn't anything else, so I just give them the cash over the counter. It's fine. It's never been played with. It's never been played. You can tell. It's not. There's not a mark on it. It's as new, I suppose. I'm going to jump one now because it is the pièce de résistance, and if you know your French, that means you hold it back to the end to keep people interested. So you should hang around. I got 2 Casio calculators. They're both, and you press Shift menu, and you get your options as a calculator. So they're £1 each. Should sell for a tenner each. I wouldn't buy them normally, but I've had listings of them before, so all I need to do is take a few photos, bang it into a listing I've already got. And that's why I do these smaller items when they're easier to do, because guaranteed to be on in a couple of days, as opposed to, you know, things like DVD recorders. You've got to record off the TV and you've got to check it back and you've got to play it back and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of testing in those, you know. These, just bang it on, make a tenner. Pièce de résistance, it's final time. And if you don't know what the actual title said somewhere, this is going to be the thumbnail for the title. T.T.T.E by Hornby. That is Thomas train set. Thomas the Tank Engine train set by Hornby. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All I can say is he's the bomb. Really is. There we go. Look at the price. See that? $4.50. Very pleased. And see the little lad who's got it on the back, he's pleased as well. Because it is such good fun. If you can get it running. Well, I did test it out and you can see the video here. So here we go. Here's the ultimate test. I've plugged it in and turn it on. It's a bit slow. That's at full power. Oh, it's actually moving a bit faster now. It wasn't moving at all. But as you can see, it's actually moving. Actually moving. I think if I was to put the track in a circle and run it for maybe half an hour, maybe oil it. I know that you can oil these. I think it's because it's not been used in a long time. Yeah, it was not moving at all. I've moved the wheels a little bit just to sort of free them off. And yeah, I think a few touches of oil in the right spot might make it work properly. Alternatively, I could take it apart, check all the electricals are working. It could be something that, but it's definitely worth looking at for the money. Yeah, nice. But first, it needs a little bit of touch TLC oiling. Anyway, everything in there is working fine. I'll show you. You've seen the video. Now see the actual item. Manual and catalogue for the Hornby stuff there. And yeah, it's all good. There is one piece of track where the plastic has come away from the tracks themselves. You can see the tracks don't have a base, and I've got the base in my hand there. So that needs either sorting out or just accepting and admitting to. Then we've got Thomas and his two wagons. We've got a power supply and we've got the adapter. And that's all working. As I say, Thomas is a bit sluggish. He needs a bit of TLC. It's the only way of describing it. Maybe a bit of oil, maybe a bit of freeing off. You know, he's been in the yard too long, as I say. Put those away. So that was £4.50, and if you see the soles are there, so yeah, it could well be a 10x on that. You don't get scores like that in the charity shops very often anymore, not around here anyway. But that's not the end. They also had further along on the shelf, yeah, £2.50, £2.50. Well, this one says it's rolling stock, and this one says Sodor Scrap Company Wagon. And if you read that, it says scrap. And then this one says Sodor Fuel Tanker. So you can see that they're just a little bit mixed up in their boxes, but it should be a problem to open them up and unmix them. There's no electricals in these. They're just the actual trucks to be pulled about by the train. Despite that, £25 to £20 to £25 each. I was surprised. In demand because they're branded up properly and in their boxes, obviously, which is nice. And another one, but bigger. Yeah, another one, but bigger. This guy is called Old Slow Coach. I thought it was Gordon at first, but it's not. Gordon is yellow all the way down, and his number is R020, and this one is 1201. There you go. But he does have a face on the end there. I won't take him apart because it's all taped up, but I will take it apart for photography. Somebody is trying to get £80 for this guy. Yeah, right. But somebody actually has paid £45 for it on auction. Yeah. As I say, they're rare. They're not common. And Further along, there was this, an expansion set of tracks. I don't know whether it's complete. I haven't opened it, and well, I have opened the end just to see that there was tracks in it. I don't know how many there are or what type, but there's meant to be in the expansion pack C, which is what this one is, expansion pack C, there is meant to be 12 pieces. That's the empty. 6, 7, 8, so it's incomplete, that one. These are going for £30 complete. 25 to 30. One of these is exactly like the one that's got, you know, the bit that's missing on the main kit. So I'll swap it out, call this incomplete, sell it for half price. 14 or £15 for those bits there added in. I'm tempted to bundle the whole lot, take some really nice photographs of them all laid out and the boxes, and say like 150 quid. I don't know yet. People trying to save 20, 30 quid by buying it all at once. I would rather sell it separately. So I probably will go with separate. I'll check out what the situation is. It just behooves to me to say thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like the video. You know, the little thumbstick thing, it really helps to push it out to other people who might like it, just like you liked it. I've got 611 subscribers. I'd like 612 by the end of the day. One person, that'd be great.